Welcome back to the Humble Market Timer YouTube channel. Once again, if you enjoy the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Today's video is titled, The Solana Tsunami is Coming. And I want to do this video sort of as a follow-up to the last video I did, which is Solana is on the brink of a move similar to Ethereum. And I wanted to dig a little bit deeper because I'm even more convinced that Solana is truly on the verge of a huge move. And I'll kind of explain in the video as to why I believe this. Before I go any further, here's my disclaimer. Again, these are my sole ideas, not investment advice. Now, first I wanted to look at the Solana chart. Here's a daily chart of Solana. And I looked at the Solana chart in my last video, but I didn't look at it from this standpoint in this time frame. So I wanted to kind of show you how, once again, the chart is set up for a very bullish move. As you can see here, we have a very strong ascending triangle working in Solana since February, and you could also look at it as being a inverse head and shoulders potential action too, where you have a small shoulder here, here's the head, and then here's the second shoulder. And as you can see, we're tightening in this range right here, and we're on the brink or on the verge of potentially breaking this. And I believe that once we break this area of resistance right here that we keep bumping our head against with Solana, I think if we're poised for a huge move, if you do a measured move, looking at it from an inverse head and shoulders where you take the neckline all the way to the deepest part of the head and you measure it to the breakout, that puts you at over $300 for Solana. I do believe at minimum we retest the highs once we break this area, and it's hard to come up with an exact time frame when that will happen, but as you can see, we're tightening and coiling, and when you have that tightening and coiling, once you break, you tend to get huge moves. I want to also revisit when I looked at Solana divided by ETH, where it shows how Solana has sort of been bleeding against Ethereum. You can see that it's been in a serious downtrend, but as you can see, we have been breaking. We're starting to break that downtrend. Probably still need another day or two for confirmation, but all signs are showing that we are breaking this significant bleed to Ethereum where Solana will begin to outperform Ethereum. Now let me kind of give you some reasoning as to why I believe this Solana tsunami is coming. There is about to be a ton of money and a ton of inflow for money going into Solana. And just to kind of show you, these have been just some news releases in the past 2 or 3 days. First, you have Sharps Technology, which is ticker symbol STSS. It says it's raising $400 million for Solana Treasury. That's maybe not necessarily all of it is going towards buying Solana, but that's a lot of money that's going to be used to purchase Solana. You also have Galaxy Digital, Multicoin Capital, and Jump. They're forming a collaboration where they're about to start another Solana treasury company, and they're going to put $1 billion in, and they're slated to have their a deal close in sometime in early September. And then you have Pantera Capital, which is another group. They plan to raise $1.25 billion, and they're going to build a Solana treasury company. So, I mean, we're talking about a ton of money in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks that are going to be flowing into Solana, chewing up the amount of supply, and that's got to cause an increase in price action. So I want you to be on the lookout for that. There's lots of money coming. Now Solana's only 100, I say only, but compared to like Bitcoin, which is in the trillions, and Ethereum, which is pretty significantly more higher valuation than Solana. Solana is about $110 billion right now in market cap. And we're talking about multi-billions that are getting ready to flow in the very near future. All of that money is definitely going to eventually move the price higher. People have seen the success of these crypto companies, crypto treasury companies in boosting the price of Bitcoin. They've seen it in boosting the price of Ethereum. And now people are seeing that Solana, which is right there with Ethereum and Bitcoin as far as the popularity with cryptocurrency. People now are seeing that it's undervalued because it's nowhere near its highs. Inflows and money will start pouring in. And I believe you are about to see a Solana tsunami. Hope you like the video. If you like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.